Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spain Premier Division. We're just waiting for the guys to ready up. Today's session will start in this. I just want to share the. Okay, so at least we got going. Just want to get the information up and running. Don't know why the cars are going out. Maybe the guys are just changing their strategies. Hopefully we're gonna see cars going out soon. And say Johan de Koker saying good luck, boys. That's Sergeant Panda. Okay, I see here we got a car going out. That is Brinkies. So hopefully we don't have a lobby glitch. Just want to check my audio. Okay, my audio sounds fine. So we got Winkies out on an out lap. I see a few guys selecting wet tires. Why would that be? I see Bernard Down has left the session. Let me just see if I can send him an invite. Okay, looks like he's back in the session. Okay. So Winky starting his hot lap, we'll just stay on board with him. You got Nick, you got Super D, you got Yaku, you got Sims, all out on out laps. Let's see, Winky's coming to this sector 3. Let's just see what time he can put on. So last night pole position was a 116, I think 5, if I'm correct. So Binky's with a 118. Let's just go. Let's see who's next over the line. That will be Nick. Let's follow Nick and see what he does. I think Super D is behind him. Then we got, I think probably that's Simps. Okay, so Nick goes faster with a 117. Let's just go Super D. He's unfortunately invalidated there. Let's go to Yaku. Yaku's next over the line. And 117.79, that's a good lap. Okay, Super D's doing his lap. Just see Simps here. Simps just starting his lap in the Alpha. And Winkies go faster with the 117.490 in the Red Bull. Yeah, I believe he was going to have a teammate tonight and burn it down, but then burn it down decided to go with the Aston Martin and be Josh's teammate. So hopefully they can sort each other out after the race. I don't know what Josh promised him, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, then Zero to Cool. He's also on an outlap here. Sam Hamrick still in the pits. Bob in the pits. Okay, so I see Sims retired. I think that was on track. But in anyway, everyone will go through. So we got yellow car, yellow flag, sector 1, sector 2, sector 3. I think it's just guys going slow. Oh, I just saw Sims has a quali ban, so he just had to go back into the pits. No big worry there. I see Nick also retired. So basically everyone will go through except Sims. Sims won't be able to go through to Q2 and Q3 because of his quali ban. Winky's retired. So I see Ruan already in the 169. Let's just stay on board with him. Let's see if he's go with on board with him. Let's see if he can. Okay, no, that's an in lap. Super D invalidated. Yaku going very slowly. Arno's behind his teammate. I see Bernard Down has left the session again. Maybe he's having some internet issues. Let's just see Arno's sector 2 time here. Not lighting up the lights there, so we'll have to wait and see as he crosses the line. I see Zero to Cool with a 117.278. That's a good lap. I should see Arno 118. Super D back in the pits. Unfortunately, he will have to come out. Josh on an outlap. Torment still in the pits. Yeah, so we're just waiting for a few guys to put on laps. Let's stick on board Aston Martin. So Josh getting a purple sector 1. I see Bernard Down also out on track now on the mediums, so maybe he's going for a softer setup for the start of the race. Josh goes purple again. So Josh just edging out Zero to Cool for second place with a 1:17.219, but it looks like he is on another run. I just want to go on board with Burn It Down. It's our reserve driver from Division 2. So he is on the mediums. I think last night we saw 118s, I think it was 117.9 on the mediums. Just talking under correction. I see Bob also out on the mediums. And 118.3, it's not a bad lap. Super D, he'll be next over the line, followed by Bob. He's on his out lap. And then it's just Sir Hamrick that has to put on a time. We still got 5 minutes left of Q1. I see Josh has retired, so it's only Sir Hamrick, Bob, and Super D has put on a time. I missed that. So let's just go to Mercedes. Not the controversial car that's going to be racing on the Sunday. So I'm sure everyone's happy for Formula 1 to be back. I think practice is starting on Friday. So they're going to have a lot of interest to see the cars. I think everyone was sandbagging there. But we'll have to wait until qualifying to see who's got the real pace. Bob comes into the last corner, nice and smooth, gets on the power. Let's see what time he can put on the mediums. I think that's the fastest time for the mediums, 1:17.4. And now we're just waiting for Sir Hamrick. I think there is Sir Hamrick, that's the other Mercedes. We'll just stay on him. Get a view of Sir Emmeric's helmet design there. Oh, bit loose. And he goes purple first sector. So he's chasing down the time of 1:16.9 of Rouen. HSC's second sector time. Just lost a bit of time coming out of that last turn there. Very tricky corner there. Easy to lose the rear there. Oh, and he lost it. But at least he'll have a chance to go again. That's it. Qualifying over. Just sorry, just waiting for Sam to complete his lap. Looks like I had a better run out of that corner there. Gets a purple there. Car looking very loose in the rear. And that's it. That's qualifying done. That gives... Couldn't see what time he put on there, but we'll go to the next screen now. Okay, so Emmerich ends up in 8th place with a 1:17.7. So the guys are close. Only Sims, I believe, won't go through. I don't know what happened to Tormans. I don't know if he DNF, but looks like we'll have 12 people for Q2, which would mean we probably lose 2 people. We'll be back for Q2 in a moment. Okay, and we're back for Q2. We got Nick Geshen on his out lap. Sims retired, unfortunately because of his cube ban. So just following Nick around as he starts his flying lap. So he's on the mediums. Let me just get the telemetry up there. And he goes purple in Sector 1. I see Torment also retired. So it looks like we'll only lose one in Q2. So Nico's 174. Next we'll go to Yaku. He's coming in the final part. I think Zero also is just in front of him. As Zero goes, okay, 125. That was a clean lap. Okay, so Yaku goes 118. Burn It Down goes 117. That's on a set of softs. Okay, we got Super D coming out of the pits. We got Arno coming out of the pits. Oh, Arno is on his out lap. Blinky's also coming out of the pits. And Zero goes second with a 117.597 on mediums. And I got a purple sector 1. And Arna goes in 4th place with a 117.6. Next we have Super D. and he's followed by Brinkies. Yeah, and Super D goes 179. Let's just go on board with Brinkies. He's on the medium. Oh, Brinkies goes 178, just in front of Super D. See Yaku retired in the pits. So Burn It Down on the outlap, Josh on the outlap, Ruan is on the outlap, Bob is on the outlap, Sam Rick still in the pits. Let's just okay, so Bob will start his flying lap now. Okay, everyone, let's just stick on Bob as he goes. And he gets a purple sector 1 on the mediums. No, on the soft, sorry. And sector 2 looks like we got an issue there. Car slowing down. And he got a sector 2 purple. So 117.195 for Bob. Fastest lap in this session, but not the fastest lap if you compare it to the mediums. Let's just go to Ruan. Let's go on board with Ruan. He's on the mediums also. Coming to the last part of the lap, last corner. $117.6, that puts him in 4th place. So let's go to Burn It Down. Burn It Down is up. He's up 1/10 on this time. A nice car stopping there. I see Sam also out on his out lap. So at the moment, the only guy in the danger zone looks like it is Yaku. Sam most possible can kick him out. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and Bob gets a 5. Plays grid penalty for illegal blocking. I don't know what happened there. That's unfortunate. So that's Bob and Josh. Let's just go on board with Sam. He gets a purple sector 1. Just follow his time. Purple sector 2. Oh. Lost it again. Same thing happened in Q1, same place. Just I think he's just pushing a bit too hard. That car's very loose. I don't know if he's gonna have enough time. We'll wait and see. Oh yes, so he didn't get a penalty there. Okay, so he just needs to put on a wing and go out. Needs at least about 2 seconds clear to go. Gonna be putting on a new wing. Wing is on. He just needs to go now. He's going out. He should make it out. He should be making it, yeah. So very quick stop there for Sir Hamrick. I don't know what we saw there. It's like a glitch. Yeah, so basically Sir Hamrick needs to do a 1:18.1 or better to knock out Yaku and go through to Q3. He's only going to have one lap to do that. Pressure. He's pushing it again. I just think maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, got purple sector 2, and here's the part where he's been struggling tonight. Now a bit of traction coming out of that corner. Is just, it looks like he adjusted for that. And I believe he's through. We just have to wait and see for the graphics. Yeah, and so Hamrick just takes out Yaku by not so much, I think 1/10. So yeah, and Bob puts on the fastest time, but he's going to be serving that 5-second penalty grid. So even if he qualifies on pole, he'll be starting in 5th place. Everyone else will move up. So we'll see you guys back for Q3. Okay, and we're back. We got, let's see who's in the front there. Burn It Down, so we'll stick with Burn It Down. He's the one that jumped the whole shot there. So he's starting the first flying lap. Josh decided to stay in pit. Let me just bring up the telemetry here. So are we going to see a low 116 here or even a 115? We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure most guys will probably be doing 2 runs. And Burn It Down on a good run here. Let's see what his time is. Oh, and it just invalidates there. Let's just go to next. Next it's 0 to cool, also invalidated. Then Bwinkies. Bwinkies is next in line. Let's see his lap. .117. Bob with a 116.5, so that's already quick there. So Nick also invalidated. Super D, let's see, speak on his time. Let's go to Arna. Arna will be over the line first. 117.1. Let's just go to Super D. 117. Let's go to Sir Hamrick. 118. So Josh starting his flying lap now. Let's just stick on Josh. So Ruan with a 169, 0 with a 169.51, just beats out Ruan for second place. Burn It Down with a 117.2. So far it's 116.5 is pole. Let's see what Josh can do. This looks like it's going to be a fast lap this. 116.282. So we're in the low 116s. It looks like everyone will be pitting now. Just stay on Josh. Let's see if he's going for another flyer. Looks like it. No, just backing out of it there. Oh, Burn It Down sending us a message. Say rain will come in at the 3-minute mark. So that's probably why the guys are rushing now. So we got 5 minutes left. I see Boinkies out on a new set. Arno's out on a new set. Guys are not wasting time to get those sets on. They probably don't want to get caught out in the rain. I see everyone is going out now. Guys are just putting tires on and going out. Still not seeing any rain at the moment, but it looks like it is getting darker. So 1:16.8 from Arno. Nick just started his flying lap. You just see who's close there. Zero also just sector 1. Ruan 1:16.955. He's also just starting his lap. Twinkies. Let's just go on board with Zero. He's up nearly 2/10 on his time. $1:16.605. That puts him in third place. Still looking. Looks like it's getting darker, but no rain. So Nick goes 1:16.4. That puts him in second place. Let's go to Bob. He looks like he's 2/10 up. 1:16.364. He just goes back into second place. Sees Winkies into the pits. Sam Rick looks like he's also into the pits. Not much time left. It's Josh waiting on the. Just be careful because sometimes you get disqualified for blocking the pit exit. Okay, let's stay on board with Ruan here. He just did a 1:16.349. Just a bit quicker than Bob. Not much in it. Let's just stick with him. See if he can maybe pull a bit of time out of in the last sector. Unfortunately not. Bob starting another flyer. Nick those zeros invalidated. Super D also invalidated. So burn it down, saying it's already drizzling. Oh, there's Samrick, just got on board with him. Lost it there. That is, that's why the pit entrance. To see who's on track, you can see the, yeah, you can see it drizzling a bit. Bob, let's see if he can finish his lap. He's got about sector 3 still to do. Very close to his time. Will he be able to make it up? It's hard now with the rain coming down. Yeah, I just lost a bit of time. There's a C0 to cool, retired. Yeah, definitely all the guys are slowing down. No need to risk it now. So that's qualifying done. So that's, we got Josh pole position. We got Ruan in second place. We got Bob. He's in third place, but he'll get that 5 grid penalty that will move him back to 8th place. That means Nick will move into third. Zero will move into 4th. Super D will move into 5th. Arna will move into 7th. Boinkies will move into 7th, and then Bob will move into 8th. I'll just wait for the graphics to confirm. Just see there. Okay, so Bob will have the 5-second penalty there. Okay, we'll be back shortly for the race. Okay, and we're back. So you guys are doing a formation lap. So we got Josh, we got Ruan, Nick in third, Zero in fourth, Super D in 5th place, Arno in 6th, Winkies in 7th, Bob with that 5-second grid penalty in 8th, Bernard down in 9th, Sir Hamrick excuse me, in 10th. Yaku in 11th place. Tormund Kills in 12th and Simpson 13th place. Just get the tires up here. So Yaku's the only one that decided to go on the hard compound. Bob and Bernardine is the only ones on the soft. The rest of the grid all decided to take the medium. This is one of the tracks where the soft is not the preferred tire. It wears down very quickly. One stopper is the best. I'll not say the best choice, but the most preferred strategy is medium hard or hard medium, whichever way. So we're just gonna wait for the race start to start now. So we got Josh pulling up. Hello, I can hear some interference there.
It's your sister.
Good evening, Mr. Avi.
How's it? And welcome everybody to yeah, I missed qualifying unfortunately, but it is Spain. It looks looks like it might rain. But yeah, it is 13 drivers on the grid. Funny enough, reigning world champion Jaco Nagel in 11th, so he hasn't had the best of qualifying sessions. And then we've got Sims all the way at the back, but Josh in front. So yeah, I'm going to take you through the lights. I can only see two of them. And there we go, we're off and we are, and that was a really good start. I think it was by Ruan, yeah, very good race start by him. So he's up into first, Josh second. Is everyone going to go through turn 1 unscathed? It looks like it. Turn 2 looks all good. I can't see any contact. Yeah, everyone's gone through nice and handy. Arno running slightly wide and almost come on track, hitting, I think that was Bob or Sid Hamrick. But the Mercedes all over Arno at the moment. So Hamrick on the inside of Arno. Yeah, and everyone's settled in slightly. And it is Ruan that's leading the way. And we've got Josh in second. So it's going to be interesting. We've always seen Josh or... Oh, big moment. 0 to cool. That was huge. And I think he is... I don't think there's a nose gone. Let me just have a look. Yeah, there is a nose gone, so he's going to have to go into the pits.
Yeah.
Yeah, big moment for him. It's so, not probably ideal track temperatures for him.
Yeah, Bob already gained 4 places. He had a 5 grid penalty from qualifying. So
yeah, but it's going to be interesting tonight, Khaled, because normally what we see is we see either Josh or Bob in the front running away with things and then everyone trying to catch up. Ruan's normally in that position where he has to drive the wheels off his car trying to get back to the guys. And tonight it's slightly different. Ruan is up in first, Josh in second, both on the same tyre. We've got Nick in third, holding on to third, and you can see he's giving everything on that Alpine. This is probably the most enjoyable racetrack for me. Last night was an absolute abortion with internet issues from the guys and not safeties all over the place. I think probably a quarter of our race was safety or yellow flags, which was just an absolute horrid nightmare. So yeah, hopefully people can stop buying PlayStation 5s and buy some new internet. That would be great.
I see Zero's back out on mediums, and no change there.
Yeah, so look, you can always catch up. You know, there might be safety cars along the way, but I am currently with Nick, and Nick is really on it at the moment. I mean, he is keeping Bob at bay behind him. Ruan is keeping Josh at bay. And then we've got Super D in fifth. He's I thought he was gonna take a slight break this season, but yeah, he says Spain's enjoyable, so he's gonna have a go at it. And then his teammate just behind him, Arne Gous. Then we've got Sir Hamrick and then Boinkies and then Bernard down.
Yeah, all the way to Jaco, they're very close together. I think there's a slight gap between Boinkies. It's a 1.5 gap.
Yeah, we saw last night as well. It's not the easiest track to overtake, even if you've got a massive amount of speed. Yeah, it is not the easiest track to overtake. But like I said, Ruan doing a stellar job going through the pack and ending up in first. And now he just needs to defend. And you get the feeling that, you know, he can control the pace. He can make sure that, look, I'm not going to press too hard. You should ERS when it's needed on the main straight. He obviously wants to get out of DRS maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone probably carrying the same wing. It's not like Division 2 where people carry no wing and just come breezes past you on the straight. It's ridiculous.
But the same thing we saw last night with the Division 2, the difference between the softs and the mediums are not actually so much. And the softs wear very quickly, and if you don't use them in the first couple of laps, you're out of it. And I can see the same thing happening with Bob.
Yeah, I don't think it's a race tire, to be quite honest with you. I think it's I think I said the same thing in the race just before. That's off. That's Arnu. That's off. And Arnu is battling. Yeah, I can't see any physical damage to his floor or anything. So it looks like he's just struggling. And he was on it at a stage, but yeah, just maybe getting a bit too aggressive. You've got Yaku behind him on the hards. So Yaku taking the gamble. If it's a one-stop strategy, this might just work nicely in his favor. If there's plenty of safety cars along the way, those hards are not going to mean anything much to him, unfortunately. We saw that last night as well. Bob tumbling down the standings. I wonder if he's had a moment. Bernard Down is now all over him.
Let's just go. I think it doesn't look like there's any damage. Oh, they're busy fighting each other there. Maybe just lost it there coming out of that one. Maybe that braking for the
it's good to see the guys battling. It's Bernard Down doing a stellar job here, chasing off the Bob. Arne is now recovering from that spin of his.
Must have been something, because we got a change of lead now. Ruan is behind Josh now, and Nick is very close to.
Yeah, apologies, I did not see that. So
also missed that.
I was watching Arnu and how his progress is going, but he lost it slightly. So Nick looking very racy, 0.3 of a second behind Ruan, and then Josh. So Ruan is in familiar space at the moment where he has to chase after an Aston Martin again. So hopefully Ruan can make this work. So he's going to get DRS here. But once again, DRS train, Ruan's got, Nick's got, Super D's got. Yeah, so Hamrick a little bit too far behind. So these four are slightly breaking away from the back. The gap now between the top four and Sir Hamrick is 3.6 seconds. And yeah, there we go. First penalty count going up. 3-second time penalty for Nick for cutting corners. So we'll keep on monitoring that telly. And it's run slightly wide. Nick is, I'm going to get on board with Nick because this seems to be exciting. So he's all over the back of, and at this stage, Gerard, it does look like Nick has got a lot of pace in reserve. Now, I'm not sure if he can get past Ruan, if he can put a lot of pressure on Josh, but at this stage of the race, it looks like Nick's got the upper hand. It looks like Ruan might be battling. Is he going on the inside? Is he going to stick his nose? Thinks better of it. Just makes Ruan's run slightly wide. Probably going to just save it for the next DRS zone.
Yeah, they actually need to. Yeah, they're losing touch with Josh now. It's 1.3 seconds now.
Yeah, so if Nick can get past, it's going to be interesting to see if Nick can catch Josh. But once again, I mean, this exit, this straight should have been like a couple of meters longer, probably about another 500 meters or 400 meters longer. But let's see if Nick can make this work. He's using all the boost that he can. DRS wide open, goes on the inside of Ruan, and that's corner cutting again. So Nick is going to have to be very careful. He's going to ramp up these penalties very quickly if he's not careful of this. Ruan seems to be battling Gerard. I'm on board with him, and it seems like he's got a lot of understeer into the corner. And Super D on the inside of Ruan. And Nick runs wide onto the gravel, but it's all good so far. And I tell you what, these three is racing very hard at the moment. Good fight there by D and by Ruan.
It doesn't look, I can't see any damage on that car, but we're not sure.
Yeah. But yeah, Super D is very tight. I mean, he followed very closely there. But he's got the problem now where Ruan's got DRS on Nick. And so whatever he's got is going to be a problem because he can just be countered by that with Ruan. But the gap between from Josh is now close slightly. So Nick is closing that gap and he's pulling Ruan and Super D with him. So it's probably the best thing that Ruan could have done is just let Nick get past. Slight slip of the rear end there from D. But yeah, they are
and
catching.
I see a Neil comment. He said, looks like Ruan's tire temperatures are high. Possible.
Yeah, for me it definitely looks like Ruan's got plenty of understeer, especially into, if you want to get on board with him now, Gerard, that might be great.
I'm on
So if
board
you can
with him
see
now.
into this section now, check the amount of understeer. He's definitely
Yeah.
not flat through there. And I think that's just causing the temperatures of the tires just to go through the roof slightly, especially his front left. But the gap stabilizing, Josh and Nick. I thought Nick might pull slightly out of Josh, but he's keeping that gap stable. Further down the field, Gerard, I'm just going to have a look for you. Nice battle here between Arnu and Bernardin. He's on the gearbox of Bernardin. And then next up for him will be Boinkies. Bernardin is on the softs, so he's going to have to come in, if that's the tires that he qualified on, he's probably going to have to come in lap 6 or 7. Arnu is brave tonight, no helmet. Well done, Codemaster. My word. Tell you what, this game's as broken as anything else. But yeah, you can see Arnu's white eyes as he focuses there. It was funny. Yak is still holding on there in 10th on the hards. We had to see Sims in 11th, 2.9 seconds behind Yaku on the hard, so he's not making any inroads. Hanku 25 seconds behind the guys. Bernardin into the pits, and I thought he probably would have gone in this lap on the next.
Ruan looks like he's getting his tire temperature down or whatever was wrong. But he had to actually brake at the end of that straight to avoid heating Nick.
Right.
So yeah.
So just some updates on the field back further down. Bernardin went in for his pit stop. He went onto a brand new set of mediums. He came out just behind Tormund Kills and just ahead of 0 to Cool. So he's done his one pit stop. Probably going to have to stop again. So he's probably going to have to go mediums again, or might just pop in for the softs. But penalty counts going up. Negation 3 seconds, Super D 3 seconds, Arnu 3 seconds, and Sims. And that's 6 seconds for Arnu now, if I'm not mistaken. It's just
the track limits are extreme on this one. But obviously when you're pushing, it's easy to go over.
Look,
the
it was
track
very
limits.
under control last night. I think in Division 2, there was not a lot of penalties in Division 2, so that was really great to see. But yeah, Premier Division is another caliber. It's not Division 2. And the guys keep on thinking, oh, my times are not that bad compared to them. It's difficult. It's easy to do it on one lap and try to do it for 32 laps consistently. And that's where the problem becomes. But yeah, it is Nick, 1.5 seconds. I'm going to go back. Gerard, the only close one I can see is Arnu on Boinkies at the moment. So I will give you a heads up if anything happens between these two on track. But Arnu obviously ramping up the penalties as we go along.
Yeah, and Bob, he's going for 9 laps now on that on those softs. He'll probably put the next lap. We don't know. Probably going to push it for 10 laps, but that's pushing it.
Alright, so no change there. Arne is still behind Boinkies within DRS range, and Sir Hamrick is just ahead of Boinkies.
So Nick is pulling back. He pulled about 3/10 back on Josh. He's pulling out a bit from Ruan. So
Alright, so maybe jump on this group here. Boinkies, Sir Hamrick and Arnu. Arnu's going to get DRS here. Ooh, runs very wide there. But yeah, Boinkies has also got DRS. Is Arnu going to try to stick it? Nah, he's just not far. He's too far behind, unfortunately. But Sir Hamrick is going to get into trouble very soon with these two chasing after him. Boink is getting much closer now than what he was before.
Arnu running a bit wide there.
Yeah, he's been a bit erratic. Not as smooth as you would expect him to be. But yeah, you can see he's really pushing very hard. It'll be 9 lap old mediums. They've probably got another 4 laps in them. And then we're going to see this bunch probably duck into the pits, depending on what the weather does. At this stage, no rain.
I see Zero is coming up to Tormund. He's probably going to take him now.
Yeah, Tormund's got major issues. Tormund just got absolutely no pace in Spain, unfortunately. And Zero makes it stick. Yep, he's gone through. Yeah, bad night for Torment. That just does not look hooked up in that car. Alright, here we go. Ooh, Boinkies on the inside of Sir Hamrick on the outside. So let's see. Arnu is just sitting at the back here waiting for a mistake from these two. You get the sense that Boinkies will probably get past Sir Hamrick by the end of the straight. He's going to get DRS. Looked very nicely after his ERS. There we go. DRS open. He's going to boost, and that will be the overtake. Arnu just too far behind. And yeah, he's now... Boinkies has put a car between him and Arnu. And Sir Hamrick battling at this stage of the race. Ooh, Arnu on the outside. Sir Hamrick a bit all over the place at the moment. Is Arnu going to try on the outside?
No grip there.
Well, let's have a look. He goes around the outside. Is he going to fling it back in and do the undercut? That's a good move. That's a good move. There we go. That is a move of note. Well done, Arnu. Did the undercut there and just opened him up and went through. Right, Bernard down. He is past Sims, I think. Yeah, he is. So Bernard down up into 10th. And Bob still in 9th, Gerard. Not the best of nights for Bob at the moment.
I think he just pitted.
He just pitted. There we, oh, sorry,
pitted.
yes, yeah. Sorry, apologies. He just pitted.
He was behind Super D.
Yep, so he just pitted. I just want to see Sir Hamrick is now losing. Arnu's gone past Sir Hamrick. So Sir Hamrick dropping 2 spots in the space of a oh, but Arnu losing it slightly wide, and Sir Hamrick makes the pass again. That is Ruan into the pits.
Yeah, Ruan into the pits. Saw some change there. Nick, that gap is going up again now.
Right, so let's see what Ruan does. I mean, does he go for the hards? Does he go for the one stopper? He does.
I think he's going to go for the hards. I think he's probably going for the undercut here.
Yeah, the hards is a very good race tie around this track. So let's see what he does. That promotes Yaku into 7th. Ruan's going to come out. Is he going to come? He should be coming out in front of Bob. And does so easily. There we go. So Ruan up into down into 8th now. Bob in 9th. We're still waiting for Super D, Josh, and Boinkies, Hamrick, and Arnu to pit. Just bearing in mind that Yaku will not pit. He'll probably only pit round about, lap 20, 21. Probably can push it a little bit more. He can maybe do medium softs. Oh, sorry, hard softs. We'll see.
I see Sims there doesn't have a wing.
I think that's a DNF for him. Did he go into the pits? Yeah, he did.
He's into the pits.
Yeah, and he retired from the session in the pits. So Ferrari calling it a day. What is it? Alfa Romeo calling it a day there.
Yeah.
Yeah, calling it a day. One driver left for them, 0 to cool. He's currently in 11th. Right, and the strain of cars is still here. Boinkies, Hamrick, and Arnu. The big problem for Arnu is his penalties. Arnu goes into the pits. Let's see what Arnu does. He's losing a lot of time behind those guys. So let's see what Arnu does. He's probably going to go for the hard. Yes, hard tires coming out for the McLaren driver. Yeah, and there we go.
Nice quick stop.
Right, so the guys still staying out. Josh staying out. Slightly ring white there. Nick out. Super D hasn't pitted yet. So is Boinkies and Hamrick.
So he'll come out behind Bernard down. In 10th place.
Bernard down has to stop again. Arnu obviously does not have to stop, but if there is a safety car now, that means absolutely nothing for the one-stoppers. So we'll see.
The gaps in the front are dropping again. I see Super D is coming within DRS range now of Nick. Nick is also coming closer. He got like 5 tenths of also Hamrick retired. Are we going to have a safety car?
I'm trying to see where that is.
That's right here. There's a car standing.
Safety car, you see, and that is the problem with the hard runners. So, unfortunately, Ruan went into the pit, so that might just benefit him. But Arnu, that means nothing for him now, because everyone is basically getting a free pit stop under the safety car. So expect Josh, Nick, Super D. Yeah. So Josh stays out. No pitting for Josh. Nick does come in. That's a free pit stop for him. Super D is also into the pits. Boinkies is into the pits. Yaku stays out. Ruan stays out because that's unfortunate for Ruan. So let's just see when they all come out where they are.
He'll gain all that. He'll gain some of those places back.
Yeah, no, he'll get all the. He'll get some time back. But unfortunately for him is, he's going to have guys in front of him. that probably should have been in front of him on brand new hards, which is unfortunate because now he's got Super D in front of him, which wasn't part of the plan. Yaku, obviously, we know he needs to pit again. It's good. So what does Josh do, Gerard? He didn't pit, so he's gonna have.
Maybe he missed him. Maybe he was just past the pit when.
Yeah, that
I
could
don't know.
be.
I don't
so
know.
While the safety car is out, let me give you a rundown, so you don't have to do it. Let me give you a rundown on the penalties. Nick's got a 3-second penalty. Super D's got 6 seconds. Arnu's got 6 seconds as well. And further down the field, no one else. I just want to also give you the fastest lap at the moment belongs to Bob, 1:19.494. So currently Bob is holds the fastest lap so far, which is 1 extra World Championship point for him if he finishes. And within the points, obviously within the side, the top 10. Yeah.
Well, it looks like
while it's a safety car, let's take a break quickly, just get some water and stuff, and then we'll be back now.
Okay. Okay, looks like we got the safety car in this lap. Just want to see the penalties. Oh yeah, Zero to Cool gets a drive-through. Just get on board Nick here. Nick sticking close to Josh.
Right, we're back racing again. Josh leads the way with Nick. I just want to get up all my stuff here again. Right, so it's Josh from Nick, from Yaku, from Bob. Yaku still needs to pit, however. Nick does not have to pit. Ruan doesn't have to pit. So does Boinkies, Arnu, Bernard Down, and Zero. So, yeah, it's all to fight for as the guys have done the restart.
And I see Bob is past Ruan.
Yeah, I did not see that, but
That was
Bob
from the
looking
race start.
nice race there. Yeah, he's on the back of Yaku now, so I'm going to get on board with Bob here and just follow him around as he gets at the back of Yaku. Yeah, you expect him to get past Yaku very quickly. Yaku now on 15 lap old hards. Josh, brand new mediums. Probably not going to do it this time around. He's probably just going to hang it out, probably not boost too much. Is he going to make it done? Goes on the inside of Yaku. There we go. Move done. And that is Bob up into third and chasing after Nick. So Gerrit, Bob has to pit again because Bob has only used 2 compounds of tires. No, Bob started on the softs, am I right?
Yeah, he started on the softs.
Yeah, so if he wants to make this stick on the mediums, he's going to have to do 17 laps on these mediums, which I did basically last night. It can be done. The mediums drop off is not that bad.
Yeah, but already he's 5 laps down on these laps, so you're adding 17, so he's probably looking at about 20 plus laps.
Yeah.
Which is might struggle in the end, but we'll have to wait and see.
Look, he might struggle with grip, but you know, the percentage-wise of your tyre wear is not that bad. I mean, I think I did 17 or 18 laps last night, and my tyre wear was like 30-40%. So, but he will start struggling. You just need to catch the rear every now and again with the traction off. But let's monitor him. Let's see how quickly he can get to Nick. So the one guy who's really sitting pretty, except for his penalties, is Nick Gishin at the moment. Boink is all the way in 6 at the moment, and he's being chased by Arnu. So Arnu will get DRS on the next straight. So we'll see if Arnu can get anything done.
I'm on board with Arnu. Yeah, he's going for the move now.
I tell you what, if he doesn't switch back again like he did earlier.
Yes, he's going for it.
Yes, I tell you what, that is just...
but Boinky's not giving up. Side by side.
Yeah, Arnu's got the inside line.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that was a mega move by Arnu. Well done, mate. I mean, that was mega. So he's passed Arnu now. Super D is going to start lining up Boinkies very quickly on those brand new mediums. And he's probably going to go to the end, Gerrit. I think he'll probably go to the end on that.
He should make it. Let's see, we're on Super D now. He will have DRS now. But the straight is too short. Unless the guy runs a bit wide, it's difficult to overtake.
Yep.
But we'll stick on them, or we'll see by the main straight. So Bob and Nick, there's also a battle. I just want to go to that one.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm going to stick here with Super D that's behind Boinkies and see.
So Josh is weaving in the front now, trying to break the toe from Nick. Not helping. I think the tires is Klada.
Well, Nick just needs to be very patient around this. You know, there's no need to do anything stupid. He's got the penalties, unfortunately, but you know, Bob's going to have to pit sooner than later. And if there's no safety car out, you know, Bob has to come through the field, and we know that's not that easy to sometimes to overtake around Spain. So, yeah.
Oh, so Bob still has 14 laps to do. Is that, if you add that 14 to that 17, you're looking at 21 laps. Josh is already on 18 laps, so Josh is struggling with his tires, I can tell you that now.
Yeah, so 18 laps on those mediums, plus he obviously qualified on them, so probably about 19, 20 laps that he's done so far. But yeah, Nick mustn't get impatient here, just buy his time. Obviously, if he gets past Josh, we would expect him to pull away from Josh. It's not easy to follow around this track anyway. But let's see if Josh decides to come into the pits and if he's just going to keep on holding up Nick. Yeah, he goes in. So let's see what he does. I mean, it should be hard. There's no way he's going to get softs through here. No way. So let's see what he does. It should be a brand new set of hards coming out. Okay, softs. So let's see if he can prove me wrong. There is no way softs can do 13 laps. But let's see if he can prove me wrong on that. Further up, run after that unfortunate safety car for him. He's up into 4th. Yaku still hasn't pitted. He is in 3rd on those hards.
Yeah, they basically dropped Winkies now. Winkies is struggling.
Yeah. So Torment is now... I just want to see if there's any damage to Boinkies' car. It doesn't look that way. No, everything looks fine.
So you got Torment and Burn It Down basically coming up to Winkies now. Yeah, this battle in the front, Bob is getting very close to Nick now. I'm just gonna go back to that now. Just keep my eye on that Winkies, Torment and Burn It Down.
Yeah, I'll have a look for you. Yeah, Gerard, all good. Torment's getting under pressure now from Burn It Down, so I'll let you know if anything. Torment is on 19 lap old medium,
Okay,
so I expect him to come
Bob
into the pits now.
is going for the move now. They side by side, and he overtakes him.
Yeah, the best thing Nick can do is just stay with Bob at the moment. Those mediums will go off eventually. Those hards will come back to Nick. Yeah, so he just needs to hang tight there. Yaku, he still needs to pit. And if Yaku does pit, he's probably going to come out just in front of Zero to cool. So he will fall all the way down into 10th.
But he's also going to...
when does he pit?
He's also going to come out on a new set of softs. So.
The best thing that can happen for him now would be a safety car. But let's have a look. Let's not wish that on anyone.
Okay, so Nick is losing a bit of touch to Bob. Bob is flying. Super D trying to get Yaku here. DRS zone now.
Yeah, Yaku said, Super D said, before the race, he was absolutely no practice for this. But he likes the track anyway, so he feels comfortable without doing the practice. And I mean, myself and you, we also didn't do too much practice this week. But D looks comfortable on a track that he didn't practice for. And I mean, if he can get past Yaku, depending on when does Yaku pit? Yeah, he does.
He goes into the pits now.
Yeah, so that would be soft for Yaku. I mean, 11 laps on the soft, yeah, that's definitely possible. Although the game says probably about 7 or 8 laps. But yeah, those softs might just be completely done at the end of the stint. But he's going for the mediums. I would have done the same, Yaku. I will not trust those softs at all. Let's just see.
It looks like Arno had a spin because he's in 10th place.
Arno had a massive moment somewhere. Yeah, I missed that, unfortunately.
I see Yaku went on the mediums.
Yeah, so Yaku's not trusting the softs, and I agree with him. I think the medium is the better tyre around here. So good call there by Yaku. He's got Arno in front of him. He should get past Arno very quickly.
Okay, so Nick is coming back. He's gaining, then he's losing. I think it's just a bit of a traction difference between the two tyres.
Yeah, I think he just really needs to stick. I mean, what he's doing at the moment by sticking within 2 seconds of Bob is hundreds for him. He's got those penalties, unfortunately, which will promote Ruan, if it stays like this. But he just needs to stick with Bob, for the next, I would say, 7-8 laps. And then those mediums are going to start becoming a problem, and Nick might just find the pace then later on. But the gap between Bob and Nick, or between Bob, Nick and Super D is now quite substantial. So the closest battle on track is Burn It Down and Boinkies, but Burn It Down just sticking with Boinkies, not doing anything funny, not getting past.
Yeah, Burn It Down, Boinkies came past him again. He was actually a far way, so I don't know if Burn It Down had a moment, because I see Torment is 3.9 seconds ahead of them. Oh, sorry, no, he's not. Winkies came back, he gained a lot of time there. I don't know what happened there. They 3.9 seconds from Ruan.
Right, and Yaku has gone past Arno on those fresh sets of mediums. So Yaku is now chasing after Josh in front of him. Zero going into the pits. This might be, I think, Zero retiring. Yes, he does. That's not his night. Yeah, unfortunately for Hanku.
So Josh is 16 seconds behind the leader. They got 10 laps left. I don't know if he can possibly do that. We'll have to wait and see.
This game's broken. Hanku retires in the pits and then they send him out to the Brady set the mediums. This game's broken. My word. And he stands in the middle of the pit lane. I give up. Alright, so someone is getting ready for pits. It's Storm and Kills.
Yeah, we missed him 23 laps on the mediums.
Yeah, those tires would be absolutely gone.
And he goes out on the hards.
Probably a wrong selection by the game. That's not him. This is the stupid game doing funny stuff again. I tell you what. Unbelievable. Because there's no way Torment would have selected hards for that. Anyway, back to racing. Let's stop complaining about this broken game in essence. Burner Down getting close to Boinkies, but he's been close to Boinkies majority of the time, so he's probably just buying his time. Bob gap between him and Nick, 1.4 seconds. Super D. Let's just look at your penalties. So at the moment, if I look at it, Super D's got a 12-second penalty. That's going to drop him. Wow, that's going to drop him very far behind. Yeah, a lot of places. Nick might be safe. Ruan will be promoted. Boinkies will be promoted. I think Super D might just come out behind Josh if it stays like this. But there we go. Yaku getting his first time penalty as well.
So the gap is still about 16 seconds for Josh.
Yeah. Yep, 8 laps remaining. Hopefully there's no safety car to bugger this around again. But it's, I'm just looking at this times between Nick is keeping that gap nice and constant between him and Bob. Both using more or less the same, ERS at the moment, so it's not like anyone is saving anything. Ruan in 4th, but he will definitely be promoted to 3rd if things carry on the way it does, and if he can gain some on Nick, he might just grab 2nd from Nick if it carries the way it does. Burn It Down eventually gets past Boinkies. Oh, and loses it again. Oh, and there's big. Ooh, who was that? Josh just missed that. So these two fighting, Josh almost went into the back of them, and yeah, he's recovered. Okay, so he's in 7th. Yeah, there we go.
Burn It Down goes again. I think he's passed, but Winky's fighting back.
Yeah, it's good to see Division 2 drivers taking the fight to the Premier Division guys, and a good drive by Burn It Down. Let's not take anything away from him. He's up into 5th at the moment, so well done, mate. That's good driving. And now all of a sudden Josh is also behind Boinkies, but Josh, you must be careful. Those softs will go off very quickly, very soon. So he needs to get past Boinkies. I am going to get on board with Josh.
And I see
if he...
Torment pitted again for softs. So
yeah, I think that was a game error. That's definitely not him. Right, so Josh is going to go inside. Is he going to brake extremely late? Oh, he does.
Oh, and he loses it. Luckily he recovers there.
Yeah, that was very good recovery by him though.
And Regan Singh saying, "Come on, Josh," and then directly after that he's saying, "What a save." Yeah.
Right, Josh is lining up to do the move. Inside of Boinkies, makes it stick. Right, Josh is going to chase now after Burn It Down. So Josh, if it stands like this, he will definitely get Burn It Down anyway because of time penalties. But I think he would love to get the position back on track anyway.
Okay, so Bob is on 15 laps on his mediums. Nick is on 12 laps on that hard. Super D 11 laps on the mediums. Ruan 14 laps on the hards. Burn It Down 12 laps on the hards. Then Josh in 6th place at the moment now, chasing down Burn It Down. So he also stands to gain with that penalties from the guys in front of him. And we got 6 laps left. Just look at the intervals again. So yeah, Josh is 17 seconds behind Bob now. So he lost a bit of time there. And he moves into 5th place. So he's got basically 5 laps to chase down 5.2 seconds from Ruan. He's on 7 laps all soft. We'll have to wait and see if he can do it. Let's just stay with the leaders here.
Yeah, I see Neil has made a comment on the chat, so just a shout out to Neil. I think I watched your Silverstone race. You know, yourself and Travis, and that was a mighty race from you, Neil. So I know it's a couple of races ago, but it was probably it was a very enjoyable race to watch. Silverstone at SAF. Yeah, so it's a good pace there, Neil. Well done, mate. It's good to see someone taking the fight to Travis. Yeah, he is a good friend of mine, but it's nice to put him under pressure so I can give him some stick. Right, anyway, we've got, what, 5 laps to go. That gap between Bob and Nick is not changing. Gap's not changing between Nick and Super D. Everything is stable, and thank goodness this only happens on lap 29, because this would have been so boring to commentate on. But at least we had some excitement in the beginning. 3 retirements, 0 to cool in the pits. Not a good night out for Hanku. Hamrick, he lost the car. And then Sims also retiring in the pits. So only 1 safety car so far. No virtual safety cars as far as I know. So 10 drivers left. Only 2 races to go, Gerard, depending on how we go about things. But Bahrain next week. And then Japan. Let's just look at the standings for Premier Division. Let's just go.
Yeah, we haven't done that, so.
Yeah, we haven't. So let me do that for you. Alright, so on the driver standings, just this is now before this race, obviously. Josh is leading the way from Bob and from Hanku, but Bob's going to catch up some nice points here, so that's going to close the gap between Bob and Josh. Hanku not finishing, that's going to hurt him in 3rd. Boinkies will gain some points on him, so will Super D. Ruan, big points up for him. He's 6th currently in the World Championship. And then on the constructor side of things, it is very tight between Mercedes and the Aston Martin guys. So let's look at the teams. 1 Mercedes on top, which is Bob. The other Mercedes retiring. And then the Aston Martin group, we've got Josh and Bernard. So good points up for Aston Martin, but that's not probably going to make up for Bob's 30 points that he will take home tonight. So expect Mercedes to lead after this race going into the last 2. And then it's basically Bahrain. So all to fight for. Yeah, all to fight for basically. At the moment, it definitely looks like a fight between Josh and Bob. The other guys are a bit too far behind. So it's a 2-way horse fight. I know Division 2 is basically between Stoffel, Wezo and myself, and I think that's basically, I'm not sure if anyone else has joined the party. We need to do the standings there, but it's exciting in Division 2. And yeah, then all the excitement building up for next season, for Season 6, which will start a little bit later.
Yeah, I think Brad started putting his hand up there in Division 2, but I don't know if it's a little bit too late for him, but he might end up in a top 3, we don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's very tight at the moment, and that's good to see. It's good racing. I mean, even if Josh and Bob's fighting it out, it would have been nice to have someone taking the fight to them. But yeah, it is a short calendar, so there's not a lot of time to catch up.
Yeah.
And Premier Division is so different than Division 2. I tell you what, yeah, Premier Division is not easy. These guys are really fast, consistently fast, and very skillful drivers. So it's not about just overtaking them. And we can see that with Nick and Arnu joining them this season in Premier Division. They had the work cut out for them, and yeah, Nick's having a good result tonight. Hopefully, let's just have a look at penalties again, Gerard. So I will tell you what's going on there. So Super D still on 12, Nick still on 3, Bernard on 3, Yaku on 3, Arnu on 9, and Tormund Kills also on 9. So no real movements, although Nick is He's just within that second. Nick's got 2 laps, but it's not going to make a difference. He's not going to win the race based on penalties because Bob has got nothing and Nick has got 3.
The thing is for Ruan, he needs to get under that 12-second gap of Super D. At the moment,
so let's just have a look at that.
Okay, but no, that's
no. He's actually good. So Ruan will take third.
That's the interval.
Yeah.
No, he's I was looking at the interval to the leader.
Yeah. So the gap between him and the leader is 12 seconds. The gap between him and Super D is about 8. So yeah, Ruan is safe. That will be a good podium for Ruan. He will pop into third. Super D will then.
Josh might even take 4th.
He might just. I mean, he is 12 seconds. Yeah, he probably needs to get that time. I just want to look at the interval. You've got intervals up. So Josh is probably yeah, sure. If you look at the leader's time, Josh is probably going to have to get that time down to about 15.5 seconds to be in the top 4, which is a good recovery from Josh from where he was in the beginning of the race. So it's really just a damage control race for him, unfortunately. But yeah, it is Bob who's going to cross the line now and start his final lap. Nick behind him.
I'll just stick on them.
Here we go. So that's the last lap start by Bob. Nick in second, Super D in third, Ruan in fourth. But that will not stay the way it is at the moment. Expect some changes because of penalties. This will bring Bob closer to Josh in the championship, so that gap will slightly reduce, which is going to make it exciting for Bahrain and Japan. After that, we'll have a 2-week break, and then we'll be back with a new 12-season calendar for Season 6, which will be the ramp-up and the build-up to the new game launching in July.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new game. But
they haven't even fixed this one yet, so I don't know. Anyway, it's what it is. Right,
Nick.
Nick, what are you doing? What are you doing? I do not want to look at penalties now. I want to have a surprise at the end of the race. I'm not doing anything funny. So let's see where this is going to take Nick. I am currently with Bob on board. He's got just a couple of corners to go. 3 more corners for Bob. 2 more to go, 1 more corner to go for Bob, and this will be a race win for the Mercedes driver as he weaves across. There we go, that's a win for Bob. So Nick finishes. Let's just have a look at what's going on here.
Super D slowed a lot there, but anyway, we'll wait and see.
Nick is in second. He stays in second. Ruan moves up into third. Josh moves up into fourth. Yeah, there we go. Super D in fifth. So Josh managed to get that position back from D. Boenki is in sixth. Bernardin seventh. Yaku in eighth. Torment will be in ninth, and then Arnu in 10th. Although these two are still back. Ooh, Arnu almost losing the rear there. Yeah, he just wants to finish this. Yeah, so that was.
I mustn't do what I did last night on the last lap in the last corner. I connected the wall.
Well done, teammate. Well done. Good points. Good points. Good points.
Oops.
We will sign another contract for you next season.
No.
There we go. I tell you what a great save.
Wonderful racing. You won't see this again.
I tell you what, a bunch of hooligans. Drive of the day, Bob, for Codemasters. Well done, Bob.
I think I agree with that. Coming from 8th place on the start, he had a nice
concept. It's just this gay Superman movements that he's doing on stage. Man, I need to talk to Bob. Anyway, that's it from me and Khara. So let's just run you through the final standings. It is Bob who wins in Spain. Nick Gishen, brilliant drive by him in second. Division 2 world champion. Ruan in third. Great drive by Ruan. He was at a stage leading the pack. Josh, good recovery from him in fourth. Super D in fifth because of penalties. Boenkis in sixth. Bernardin unfortunately got ahead of Boenkis on track, but penalties got him behind Boenkis again. Yaku, consistent, 8th position. I don't think he felt comfortable in the car tonight. Torment kills, difficult night for him in 9th, and then Arno in 10th. 3 time and 0. Hanku Sir Hamrick and Sims. And yeah, that's it from us, Gerard. So we will catch you guys next week in Bahrain.
Yeah.
Only 2 races left for Season 5. Wednesday night will be Division 2, and then on Thursday night, Premier Division. Gerard, thank you so much.
Yeah, fair. Thanks, Avi, for joining. I will see you guys next week in Bahrain.
Absolutely. Thanks, Gerard. Have a good evening. Cheers, everyone.
Same. Cheers. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.